WEF and Klaus Schwab's group plan to spray chemicals into the sky in order to dim our sun. This is not the first time they've come up with this idea. All options, they say, to fight climate crisis must be explored. It's also been said by National Academy, and critics, of course, fear the side effects. The US, they say, should establish a multi-million-dollar research program on solar geoengineering, according to the country's National Science Academy, and they've recommended a fund of $100 million to $200 million over 5 years to better understand the feasibility of interventions to dim the sun, the risk of harmful unintended consequences, and how such technology could be governed in an ethical way. The National Academies of Sciences, NSA, said cutting fossil fuel emissions remains the most urgent, important action to tackle the climate crisis, but said the worryingly slow progress on climate action meant all options needed to be understood. And now we have the WEF. Not only do they want us to cut production of agriculture and livestock, but they also want us to eat bugs, and now they want to do this. In a recent video aimed at children, the World Economic Forum, WEF, admits they're planning to spray lethal chemicals into the Earth's atmosphere to, quote, help reverse climate change, end quote. They suggest that a raft of space bubbles about the size of Brazil to reflect the sun's rays from Earth. So we have to take this as well. This is another case of conspiracy theory becoming conspiracy fact, it seems. This is where things get really disturbing. The WEF is actively trying to normalize now geoengineering. They add that the MIT researchers say it might be too risky, though, and have unintended consequences for the biosphere. Of course. Now, the inspiration behind this, of course, is Klaus Schwab's latest plan for humanity, and it came from a devastating natural disaster. The volcano Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines erupted in 1991 and left more than 200,000 homeless and had 700 people victims. But it also gave scientists a chance to monitor the consequences of clouds in the atmosphere from the volcanic ash, how they dimmed, of course, the area. Make no mistake, though, Klaus Schwab and WEF are trying to recreate one of the world's most devastating natural disasters, and he's doing this by saying that this is a plan to fix global warming. Klaus Schwab is not the only one. Self-appointed World Health Czar Bill Gates also playing with this idea, trying to spray toxic chemicals into the Earth's atmosphere for years to implement his plan to dim the sun. In 2019, Gates ran 300 stratospheric balloon tests to see if it was possible to launch devices capable of spraying lethal sun-reflecting chemicals into the stratosphere. Now, who gave them the right to do this? That's the thing. Many experts, including leading climatologists, slam Bill Gates' plan to do this, spraying chemicals above Earth's surface in order to dim the sun and fix global warming. And a member of the Harvard team working on Gates' project has even admitted that the plan is, quote-unquote, terrifying. Creating a gigantic chemical sunshade for Earth inspired by a natural disaster that left hundreds and homeless may come at a high price. There's a fear that spreading dust into the stratosphere may damage, of course, the ozone layer that protects us from hazardous ultraviolet radiation, and also which can damage human DNA, of course, the ultraviolet radiation, and thus causing cancers. Climatologists are also concerned that tinkering with this will unintentionally disrupt the circulation of ocean currents that regulate our weather, of course. So all this could unleash a global outbreak of extreme climatic events that will devastate farmland, wiping out entire species, creating disease epidemics, and potential for disaster does not end there. If you try to dim the sun's rays, it would likely create climate winners and losers. Bill Gates and WEF could be able to set the perfect climate conditions for farmers in part of the world. At the same time, this setting would wreak havoc in other parts of the world. This is from News Punch, back to Dimitri. Please leave your comments concerning this. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.